Hey everybody, welcome to the Conquer Your Holiday Sales free mini masterclass. I am so excited because today I'm going to be teaching you 4 things that you need to do to conquer your holiday sales. So I'm going to be talking to a couple of different people when I do this training, okay? So that way I can let you know whether or not this training is going to be for you, because nothing is worse than sitting through a course and you're like, Deb, none of that can help me, right? So I'm going to tell you the type of person that's going to have the most success if they finish this course. That way, if this isn't for you, we can holler back at something else, okay? All right, guys, so if you don't know who I am, my name is Deb Lester, and I am the dopest online marketing coach, and my brand is Conquer. So at Conquer, I help women conquer their fears, conquer their business, and conquer their entire life. All right, so let me get into who's going to have the most success if they finish this class. I just want to talk to you about why I actually decided to do this and who this video is going to help. So, of course, we know that Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the holidays are right around the corner. And there are a lot of small business owners who want to participate in the happy shopping of the holidays, but they have no idea how to put their business on the map, okay? So people who are going to be able to benefit from this training today are going to fall into one of these categories. And if this is you, I want you to let me know, okay? So let's talk about who this training can actually help today, all right? So I've worked with so many entrepreneurs, especially around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the holidays. And of course, everyone has either one of two concerns when I speak with them. The first person that I speak to, they actually have a product or service, but they're inconsistent with social media. They haven't had a successful Black Friday. And if they have participated in Black Friday, child, it was just worthless, right? And then I have the second type of entrepreneur who has actually participated in Black Friday before, but they're like, man, I feel I can go bigger. I feel like I can do so much more. So those are the 2 people that I want to talk to today. If you just have an idea, you've never posted anything at all, I'm going to be able to share some tips with you on how to get started in the marketplace. So this may be worth you sticking around for, because I'm going to give the full blueprint on how to actually launch a product or service into the social media space so that you can maximize people shopping around Black Friday. And with you taking this course ahead of time before the holiday, you are in the perfect position for you to be able to build an audience and start making money. Y'all, building an audience is not rocket science. I'm going to give you the steps that you need to take, okay? So if you have your product or service and you haven't launched it yet, or you have your product or service out there, but you're inconsistent, or you've participated, you've done the Black Friday jam before, but you're like, hey, Deb, I want some techniques and some tips on how to make this thing bigger so that I make more money this holiday. I'm about to teach you guys the 4 things that you need to conquer in order to make that happen. All right, so in this training today, I'm going to be going through the 4 things that you need to do in order to conquer your holiday sales. Now, before I get started into all of this info and free game that I'm about to give you, let me tell you, especially if you're taking notes, I want you to write 1 word at the top of your page, and I want you to circle it. I want you to cut it out. I want you to put it on your forehead. I want you to put it on your mirror. I want you to put it on your fridge. And that 1 word, the very first thing that you need to do before you start on any of this strategy is that you need to commit to the word execution, okay? So I want you to write that word down, okay, at the top of your notes. The first thing that you need to do is understand that you must conquer the mindset of execution, okay? Do not go through this training and the only thing you have is a page full of notes and a whole bunch of info, because I'm sure you have tons of notes and tons of information, yet here you are, right? You have to be in a situation where you want to take action. You have to take action. You need to take action, and you execute every single day. So before we get into the training, I want you to write down the word execute, and I want you to commit to executing all of these gems that I'm about to share with you. I'm about to share with you how I have taken some of my clients from literally not ever seeing a 4-figure Black Friday to making over $10,000 and $20,000 during that weekend. I'm about to share all of that information with you, so stay tuned and let's go into the first thing that you need to. So throughout this Conquer Your Holiday Sales training, you're going to hear me give several examples on how I have scaled many businesses, and you're going to hear me say all of these big numbers like $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000 per month. But what I really want people to understand, the reason why I did this training today, is because there are a lot of entrepreneurs who hear those numbers and they're like, Deb, I'm nowhere near that, right? While I definitely understand that the big goal is for you to get to those numbers, I want you to hear me clearly. The very first thing that I want you to do is commit to a number that makes sense for you and your business, right? So for some of you, that may be for you to make an extra $950 per month, which covers your car note, your car insurance, and your cell phone bill, right? That's definitely something worth being consistent at, right? Imagine taking those 3 bills off of your plate. So maybe you're getting to the point where you're like, hey, I have a low ticket item, or I can only do this part time. I want to do a consistent $950 per month. For some of you, you may say, hey, I have a job and I'm looking to actually replace that income. And for you, for example, that may be about $3,500, $4,000 per month. So that's great. So take this exact same information and make it work for your situation, okay? So I'm going to give various examples that you can leverage, whether this is, you're trying to cover a few extra bills. Maybe that's you deciding whatever your rent or mortgage is, make that your sales goal. If you're the entrepreneur that's just getting started, right, and you're like, hey, those numbers sound insane, Deb. How can I get into the game and do a sales goal that makes sense for me? I challenge you to make that either the amount of your rent or your mortgage, okay? So if your rent is currently $1,550 per month, imagine being consistent in this business and making that $1,550 per month, and you've just alleviated. You've created a business that has alleviated, right, that rent or mortgage that you currently have to pay every month. And think about how much of a flex that is, okay? So again, I'm going to give a lot of income examples, but just know that this training can work for you. I just want you to get into the mindset. We're going to dream big. We're going to think big. Y'all know I am the dream big coach, but I also understand that a lot of you are in situations where you're not even consistent right now. Okay, so just understand that this training is desired to give you a blueprint that you can execute on regardless of what your goals are. Okay, so let's get into the info. The first thing that I want to talk about that you need to conquer is how to actually advertise on Black Friday. So when it comes to the holidays, especially Black Friday, Cyber Monday, people have lots of questions. They're like, Deb, do I have to have a website? What if I don't have a booking site? What if I don't have a photo shoot yet? What if I don't have any testimonials? What if I don't know how to do flyers? How can I still participate in Black Friday? So if you're worried about any of those things, don't worry. Yes, you can still advertise on Black Friday, and I'm going to tell you the things that you need in order to advertise on Black Friday. So the first thing that you need if you want to advertise on Black Friday is a website or a booking link. I know you don't want to go pay $1,000 for a website. I get it. But there are a lot of resources and tools that you can use that are free, quick, and easy so that people can shop with you. Y'all, it's 2022. No one is going to be DMing you and sending you a Zelle every time you want a payment, especially if you want to provide a great customer experience. So for those of you that sell products, you guys 1000% need to be on Shopify. Shopify is the perfect e-commerce platform designed for you to get sales on your website, okay? For those of you that have a service, especially if people need to book a call with you or if they need to speak with you more, you can use a free scheduling site like Calendly or Acuity in order for people to be able to book time on your schedule. So once you have your website and booking link, The second thing that you need in order to be able to advertise on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and during the holidays correctly is for you to have a focused product or service for your audience. So the big mistake that I see a lot of small business owners make, especially when they have no clients, they have a Black Friday sale and their entire website is 20% off. What happens is they still don't get sales, right? Because guess what? Although it's Black Friday and we're discounting, it was never about the price to your customer. They don't trust you, okay? So a better strategy for those of you who are inconsistent or you're just getting familiar with your audience is for you to have a focused product or service that your audience can hone in on and want to buy from you. So your focused product or service should actually be your most popular offer or your best-selling product, okay? So let's say, for example, if I'm a photographer and it's around the holidays, then obviously my focus service is going to be family photos. So whether you want to do family photos inside your home, family photos, at the mall by Santa Claus, that's going to be my focus service. That's what I'm going to promote during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday holiday. And I'm going to give you guys the timeline on when you should do that. If you have a product-based business, of course, this is a no-brainer. You need to pick either 2 focused products or actually a collection. So an example of when it's perfect for you to do a collection would be if you had something like a cosmetic line or if you did something like clothes. If you did something like clothes, then all of your dresses, all of your hats, right, would actually be your focus collections, and those will be the things on sale. This gives your customer an opportunity to actually connect with something that you offer, right? Instead of you throwing just everything that you offer to us, pick what you want, take 20% off. That is the fastest way to confuse your customer and overwhelm them. And guess what? Confused people do not buy. Okay? So have a focused product or service that you are going to hone in on for the holidays. That is the best way for you to be able to grow your engagement and grow your sales during the holidays. So the last thing that you'll need in order to be able to advertise on Black Friday is going to be a goal. Now, everybody goes into their new month and I always ask them, what is your sales goal? And they say, well, or I don't really have a sales goal. Guys, a lot of you are knocking yourself out of the race before you even start. You have no sales goal, no posting goal. You have to be able to transition into a results-driven business owner, okay? All of your wins in your business won't be financial, but if you have a goal or you're doing a Black Friday or holiday campaign, you need to have a financial goal that you're going to reach for in your business. And like I said before, if you don't have any experience with setting a goal for yourself, go look at your bills. Right? What would be a good amount of money what would be a good amount of money to add to my household every month? I want you to write that number. I want you to circle it and I want you to commit to that. Okay? So when it comes to the holidays, what would be a great amount of extra money to bring into my home? And how many products or how many packages of your offer do you need to sell in order to make that happen? Okay, so I want you to write that down. I want you to write down that number that you need to make during the holidays. What is that dollar amount? Okay, and when you write down that dollar amount, below it, I want you to write down how many products you need to sell or how many packages you need to have sold in order to make that a reality for you. Okay. And underneath that, and this isn't going to be financial, I want you to write down how it's going to feel once you conquer that. So imagine if you say, okay, during the holidays, I want to make an extra $5,000 for my family. And you're like, man, it's going to allow me to pay my mortgage. I'm going to be able to catch up on this credit card bill. And it's going to take care of my holiday shopping. Let's just keep it 1,000, right? I want you to write down how you're going to feel once you conquer that. You listen to this course, you execute on everything, and you have that $5,000 as a result of this. How are you going to feel? Who is it going to help? If you're going to use it for your Christmas shopping, imagine how less stressed you're going to be the paycheck before Christmas and you're still trying to figure things out. How you're going to be able to alleviate some of that pain that you've constantly experienced year after year after year after year because you have not executed. Okay? All right, so let's get on to the next thing, but I want you to write that number down. What's your sales goal? How many products do you need to sell or packages? And how are you going to feel once you actually do this work and conquer that number? So the next thing that I want you to know about advertising on Black Friday is that you must be able to sit down and write out a timeline. So if you know that the holiday, let's say, for example, Black Friday is going to be at the end of November, how many days or weeks before that holiday are you actually going to start talking to your audience about your focused product or service? So if you don't have any rapport with your audience at all, you know you've been inconsistent, they only see you here and there, when you're not feeling it, you know, you just kind of disappear, then do not think that the week before Black Friday or even 2 weeks before or 2 days before that you're going to be able to drop something and people are going to buy. It is not about the price, y'all, okay? At the end of the day, you can do this sale. I've seen people do giveaways and people do not participate because it was never about the price, okay? It is not about the price. It is about the rapport. Do they trust you? Have you shown up for them? Have you been consistent? Are you the business owner that takes this seriously? Because consumers, when they see business owners taking themselves seriously, then they decide to take them seriously also. Okay? But if you've only done one photo shoot and everything else that you've posted has been inconsistent or something off Snapchat photos and you barely have a website and you think that the week before Black Friday you're going to be able to blast your deal and people are going to come running because it's 50% off, that is not how selling works. Okay? So when people ask, how far ahead of time should I start advertising my holiday deals? It depends on the rapport that you have with your audience. If you have no rapport, you need to begin talking to them tomorrow, literally, because the holidays are here. So it's time for you to build trust. It's time for you to show up. It's time for you to get consistent with your content. And those are the only things that are going to allow people the opportunity to shop with you. So that's the timeline that you use when it's time for you to start building rapport with your audience. And those are the things that you need in order to properly advertise your holiday sales on your social feeds. Let's talk about the second thing that you need to do in order to conquer your holiday sales. And that is for you to learn how to properly discount your product or services. So when it comes to discounting your product or services, a lot of people make this mistake. And that mistake is they just say, Deb, I'm going to do it 40% off, 20% off, 70% off. They throw out any number. And I say, well, how'd you come up with that number? And they're like, I don't know. It sounds good. You know, it sounds good. And a lot of you can no longer be in the place where you're making decisions about your business because it sounds good. That is the fastest way for you to have months and years of frustration and no movement, because every decision that you make is based off what sounds good. It's not based off results. It's not based off strategy. It's not based off advice from a professional or a coach like me. You're just thinking about what sounds good. And what sounds good does not get you results. Okay? So, Deb, how do you prevent that? How do I pick a good number, a percentage, or discount for my product or services? I know people won't shop if it's only 10%, but then again, if it's 60%, I don't make any money. There is no one size fits all answer to this, guys. It 1000% depends on the profit that you experience from your product or service. Now, for those of you that sell products, it's going to be a little bit black and white for you, because obviously you will take your wholesale costs, right? How much you pay per product, and then your normal price, and then see what the discount or profit margin looks like based off the discount that you provide. You make about $25 profit per item, right? Then you only making $17 or $18 profit per item makes sense for you, right? You don't want to drop it down to something drastic like you only profiting $5. And if you're in a situation where you're doing the numbers for yourself and you're like, wow, I can't discount anything above 10%, 20% and make money, then your product is incorrectly priced from the jump. There is no way that you are unable to discount your items 20% or 30% and you're not seeing profit. That means that your items are 1000% incorrectly priced from the beginning and you have never set yourself up to make money, okay? For those of you that have a service, how much are you worth per hour, right? And then of course you can discount your services based off the needs of your clients for the holidays, and that's how you guys properly discount your product or services for Black Friday. So when it comes to actually doing the numbers for the holidays, again, a lot of you need to transition into entrepreneurs who are numbers driven and results driven, okay? So when you're planning out your holiday sales strategy and you're like, Deb, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, you always start with the numbers, okay? So remember that goal you wrote down earlier? You've already written down your goal, okay? How much money it is that we actually need to make. And you also should have written down how many products you need to sell or how many packages you need to sell. There are so many layers of numbers that actually should support that. So I also want you to write down, how many people do I need to reach in order to make this sales goal a reality? So if you need to sell 50 of your products to reach your goal, that might mean that you need to put your business in front of 16,000 people, depending on your conversion rate. A big misunderstanding or myth that people have about social media marketing is if I put my stuff in front of 10,000 people, then, people are like, well, man, if I can just get, 2,000 of them to buy or 800 of them to buy, that sounds good in theory, but on average, most of you are going to convert your customers way less than 10%. And that's on average. And that's the national average. So if you're probably only going to convert about 3% of your shoppers, how many people do you need to reach in order to make that goal a reality? And these are the things that I want you to start thinking about when you want to get inconsistent with content. Because if you need to sell 50 of those products and you need to get in front of 16 or 12,000 people or whatever that number is for you, then you don't have time to waste. You can't go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days without showing up because it will be impossible for you to hit your metric. So y'all talk about being inconsistent, and what I see is you will never hit these numbers because you're making it mathematically impossible for yourself. Okay. So again, what is that sales goal? How many product or services do you need? And how many people do you need to reach or connect to or get your business in front of in order for you to hit that sales goal? Okay. So again, we're going to transition into numbers and results driven business owners. Okay. So that's what you need to do in order to make sure that you are properly discounting your items for Black Friday in order to support your overall holiday sales strategy. All right, y'all. So let's move right along. The third thing that you need to do in order to conquer your holiday sales is to understand how to make your sale big and grand, and to the point where if you want to turn up, you can turn it up, okay? So let me teach you guys some scaling techniques that I've learned when it comes to advertising around the holidays, okay? So I'm gonna give y'all some tea. I'm gonna give y'all some tea, okay? So one way that you can actually take advantage of all of the shopping and traffic that is going to come your way during the holiday is for you to do this one thing, and I want you to write this word down, and that is retarget. Okay? I want you to retarget and retain all of the traffic that you're going to get. Too many new business owners only focus on finding new followers, new supporters, new people, new customers, new clients. And that should only be half of your strategy. The other half of your strategy should always be, how do I retain these people? How do I retarget them? How do I bring them back? Okay? And if you're not savvy enough, if you don't know these things, this is why you should be working with a marketing consultant like me who can teach you how to actually retarget and retain your customer traffic. So people are like, Deb, how do I do that? How do I retarget people? How do I retain people? There are several ways to retain and retarget your audience, guys. Big companies do it to us every day. And the example that I always give, and I'm sure that you've experienced this before. Have you ever been scrolling on a website shopping for something? Let's say you're on Macy's website and you're shopping for a comforter. You're like, I'm just going to browse. I'm just going to see what they got. If it's on sale, I might buy something or I might not, right? So you go on Macy's website, you browse the comforter, you laying across the bed. You ain't thought nothing of it, right? You may even put the comforter in your cart like you're going to check out, and you never do. The next day you're sitting at work scrolling on Facebook, and what do you see? You see an ad for that exact same comforter set that you were just looking at on Macy's website. So people are like, is it the government? The government on my phone. The government knows what I'm looking at. They crazy. They stalking us, right? And while I don't know what's going on with the government, I do know how Macy's was able to retarget your exact same phone and your exact same IP address. So when you actually look up and you see that exact same ad on your phone, let me tell you how they did that. They actually did that through pixels, okay? Through a Facebook pixel. And guess what? That is something that you have the ability to start doing in your business today. There is no reason that you should not have an active pixel set up on your website. And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, or you're like, Deb, that is way too advanced to me, then you are not setting your business up in order to thrive properly. These are the type of gaps that a lot of small business owners have, and this is why they are not able to compete in the marketplace, because you guys are 1000% relying solely on somebody seeing you on their timeline when you post. You cannot rely on organic traffic in order for you to make consistent money in your business. Because if you don't post, nothing happens, and that is a recipe for disaster. Okay? So again, let's go back to what I was just teaching you about the Facebook pixel. Okay? This is a series of numbers that you actually have connected to your website. And what it does is it tracks the data and the IP addresses of everyone that visits your site. Okay, so there is no reason why if I go and visit your website for Black Friday or Cyber Monday or for Christmas or anything in between, that you should not be coming back and retargeting me with an ad, with an email, with something that puts your business back in front of me so that I can shop. So you have your Black Friday sales strategy, right? But what is going to be that retention strategy? If you're going to get 200 extra people on your website, you're just going to forget about them because they don't buy right then and there? Or are you going to make sure that you have the proper tools in place to take that 200 customers and turn it into 10 extra and turn it into an extra $2,000 or $3,000 for you? Again, are you a results and numbers driven business owner? Are you actually in this to make the money and get to that sales goal? Or are you just going to play around with it? Right? So again, these are tools that are available to you, but if you're not exposed to them, if you're not working with a coach, if you don't have anybody that's going to tell you about these things, then again, I'm afraid you may not be able to compete in the marketplace because you're going to only rely on posting to Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok and wait from the sales from that alone. And that is not an effective strategy if you want to make money consistently. Now, if you just want to pop up here and there, get a few sales, you want to keep working, then fine. But if you're looking to position yourself to make this type of money every month, then you must have technology on your side. Okay? So don't forget, y'all, there's definitely something that you need to conquer in order for you to actually make more money with your holiday sales this year. All right, y'all, we are moving right along. How are y'all enjoying this so far? Oh my goodness, do y'all love this? So if you love this, y'all already know the vibes. I want you to do hashtag conquer your holiday sales. Y'all put it on social media. I want you to tell me what you've enjoyed about the course so far, what you've learned, what's going to be your sales goal, how often are you going to commit to executing. Let me know, okay? So tag me on social media, whether it's on Instagram or whether it's on Facebook, and I want you to do hashtag conquer your holiday sales, and we're going to get on to the last thing that you need to conquer in order for you to have a bomb holiday this year. So the last thing that you need to do in order to conquer your holiday sales, and that is, I want somebody to do a drum roll because y'all already know the vibes. So drum roll, please. People always want to know, Deb, is this the good time for me to finally start going live? And the answer is yes. Okay. So y'all already know the vibes. Y'all know how I feel about video content and about going live. And I think that going live, and I know that going live is a fantastic way for you to be able to connect with your customers and future customers in real time. There is nothing like your favorite person is on live. You click on it, whether you're in Walmart, whether you're sitting next to your auntie, or whether you're at home chilling, because you're so in tune with them. You love their brand, you love their personality, you love how they rock, you wish you could meet them and speak with them. All of these things that we love about other business owners. Yet, we prevent our customer from having that exact same experience with us. When you refuse to show up for your customer in that way, you are cutting off the opportunity for them to be connected with your brand on that level. Okay? So while I'm not saying that you have to get up and start going live every day, I am telling you that yes, the holiday season is a perfect time for you to start going live and interacting with your audience. However, you can't just start going live 2 days or 2 weeks before Black Friday. Okay? So then the question becomes, Deb, when is a great time for me to start incorporating live content into my strategy if I really want to reel people in for Black Friday? And let me tell you what the answer is. Give me another drum roll. It's going to be tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is a great time for you to go ahead and plan out your next 3 live videos. Okay, that's what I want you to do. I want you to plan out your next 3 live videos. Maybe those are your first 3 lives that you've ever done. Whether you've gone live before or you're completely new to it, let me give you some tips, okay? So the first tip is going live is not going to kill you. Okay, going live, it is a great time. it being, guys, time before the holidays, this is a great time for you to go ahead and let your audience get familiar with you on camera. And it is not going to kill you. So people always say, Deb, I'm shy. I'm introverted. Just the thought of them people seeing me like that, Deb, I can't do it. And you know what I say to that? I want you to try anyway. Because every time that I've talked to a client or talked to a woman and she was terrified of going live, and she did it, the results that she got from it, she has always been blown away. Just recently, one of my clients had not gone live inside of her Facebook group. She went live, instantly started booking consultations, and got two wholesale orders that exact same day. Why is that? Because people love real connection. They love real-time connection. And they also get to hear firsthand the benefits and value of your product or service. So the first thing that I want you to remember is going live is not going to kill you. What is that word that we wrote down when we first got started? And that's executing. So if you've been toying back and forth with the idea of going live for at least a week, I need you to get over it. I need you to go execute. I need you to go show up for your audience. And most importantly, I want you to go back and look at that goal and how you're going to feel once you hit it. And then I want you to make a decision based off that. If whether you're going to be scared or you're going to actually conquer this fear and get it done. So the second tip that I want to share about going live is that there is no one size fits all for how it is that you should do your live and how you should actually execute on your live. Okay. So a lot of people think that if they go live, they have to do it how I'm doing this course right now, where they have to have lights, they have to have a backdrop, they have to be sitting in an office, and they have to sit down and talk to people for an hour. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. Make going live your own, okay? So whether you want to sit down and talk to your audience like this, or whether you want to be up, moving around, as long as you have good lighting, you are truly representing your brand, your audience is able to hear you okay, and you have notes about what you're going to talk about and what the goal is from your live, you're going to be fine, okay? People do lives lots of different ways. Again, as long as it's clear and you have goals from the live. Do you want more followers? Do you want sales? Do you want engagement? Do you want to do conversation? What is the goal? And you can make it your own. Okay. All right, y'all. So that's it. What did y'all think about the course? Okay. You're going to have to let me know. I would love for you to tell me what you thought about the Conquer Your Holiday Sales course, because y'all, this was so lit, okay? I've just given you the entire blueprint that you need to sit down with to actually make a game plan for the next several weeks in order for you to prep for the holidays. You don't have to overthink this. This is not rocket science. You just simply need to execute. So there are a lot of you who are listening to this course and you're like, hey, I get that, but I've never done content consistently. I'm not sure what to post. Deb, I would love for you to look at my website. And Deb, I need to actually be able to run all of my numbers and ideas through you to make sure it's in a position to where I'm going to be profitable and I'm going to hit these goals. If that's you, then you need to actually go to the next step after this course, and that's going to be for you to actually join the Conquer Your Holiday Sales with me. Okay, so that's when we take this entire course and we actually execute it together. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to have your holiday sales kickoff call. Me and you will get on, and it's truly going to be just me and you. And you'll finally have me as your coach, right? I want to hear about what you've done already, what you've tried already, what you've kind of failed at, and also where you've had success. Because one thing that I've learned about being an entrepreneur is that there is not a one size fits all. So your kickoff call is going to be designed for me to get to know you as a business owner and for me to see how it is that you can actually hit that sales goal that you wrote down, okay? because it's great for you to have that sales goal, but a lot of you are going to hang up from this training and you're going to start overthinking tomorrow, right? You're going to be fired up about being consistent, but when it's time for you to post, you really have no idea what to say. And that leaves you being consistent for another week, another week, another week, another month. And next thing you know, you're watching my Black Friday sales training again next year because you refuse to actually take the action that's required for you to see results from this. So after you do your kickoff call, you're going to go ahead and get started on your 120-day sales game plan. You and I are going to map out what type of content topics you need to focus on and what type of content topics you should 1000% stay away from. Okay, I'm going to tell you what type of content is going to convert your customers and what type of content that you should actually be doing in order to reach more people, which should be the only two goals of your content. Okay, so how do I engage the people that I'm with and how do I reach more people? I'm going to be giving you the exact topics and exactly what type of content you need to be doing in order to make that happen. So again, if you've written down your sales goal, you have everything that you need from the course, your next step is going to be booking a call with me. This is going to be a free 15-minute call, and I want you to tell me all of the numbers you've written down today, and we're going to discuss how do you actually put this into action, okay? I want to help you, okay? I want to consult you. I want to help you execute on this to prevent you from overthinking, because you are grand with ideas. You are grand with creativity, but you start overthinking because you get overloaded with information. You listen to this course, you get on YouTube, you go down a rabbit hole of creating a website, a rabbit hole of what type of TikTok videos are trending, and then you go through a rabbit hole on Canva, and next thing you know, you've completely lost sight of what the goal is, and you're back to feeling like you're in a corner all alone. Your ideas are no good, and of course you don't make any money from that. Okay. So again, I want you to go to the next step of booking your free call with me. Let's discuss everything that you did from the course, and let's talk about what your next steps are going to be. And again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Conquer Your Holiday Sales Masterclass. And don't forget to do hashtag Conquer Your Holiday Sales online to let me know what you think. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. But I'll be seeing you soon on that 15-minute call, right? All right. Thank you guys for watching.